Fund Money. Here we're discussing about ELSS lock-in period of equity linked savings scheme, tax saving mutual fund which invests in equities, or a tax saving equity mutual fund which is equity linked savings scheme. Now this is one of the most commonly asked questions at Fund Money. I'm sure it must be asked also be asked in other places on the internet, and we thought we'll answer some of the most common questions around it with one single presentation, so that at least the followers of Fund Money are clear about it. So as we know, ELSS actually provides tax savings. You are eligible for tax savings, tax reductions under Section 80C up to 1.5 lakhs in ELSS. So that's what makes it attractive. And then you're investing in equities, which if you remain invested in equities over a period of say 8 or 10 years or more, which is basically a long term, really long term, then you get returns which are far higher than other competing asset classes. Investment in asset classes like a debt, say a debt fund or a debt instrument or debt investment or real estate or gold. So that's why it's important, and that's why the lock-in becomes important. People want to know how lock-in happens, and there are other things that's worth discussing. We'll be discussing all of them, and you can view this discussion along with ELSS, our other discussions on ELSS, which are given in the playlist, whose links are given in the description section. So you can check them out. We'll come with the details in just a little while. We are discussing ELSS lock-in. As we mentioned about ELSS, what ELSS are, and equity linked savings scheme, tax saving mutual fund, equity mutual fund that invests in equities. You get 1.5 lakh tax reduction. Up to that, you're eligible for that every year. Now there is also a lock-in. You cannot access your money, or you cannot access the money in your investment for 3 years. Now this is a source of a lot of queries that has come to us over the last couple of years, and we are trying to address that. Now it's very simple. When you invest in an equity linked savings scheme, suppose somebody is going to be investing on December 15, 2020. So the first day when the person can actually access the money, his or her money, will be December 15, 2023, right? So 3 years you have to complete for any investment. So that makes it very simple, very clear cut. But I and others, we probably think that the confusion possibly arises when a person is investing through systematic investment plan, or SIP, or it could be STP, which is a systematic transfer plan, where you park a whole lump sum money in, say, a liquid fund or some kind of a short-term debt fund or an arbitrage fund, and you make that money go to your equity linked savings scheme over a period of time, like every month, right? So that is where possibly the confusion is. There again, the rules are the same. Suppose your first SIP installment happens on December 15, 2020. So every installment, SIP installment, has got a lock-in of 3 years. So suppose you invest 20,000 rupees, that's the first installment, starts on December 15, 2020. You can access that money only on December 15, 2023. But on January 15, you're making a payment again. 2021, you can access that on January 15, 2024. So it's pretty clear what you can do. And so if you're investing in an SIP and you want that money, you don't get all that money together. You have to check out where the lock-in has finished up, and that's what you can touch. But having said that, the remaining part of our presentation is equally important, which is you should not be touching that money at all, because remember, in an equity fund or any equity investment, you get the returns, really the high returns, typically high returns, you get it over a long period of investment. So 3 years is not the time you should be touching your money. So therefore this question is not even relevant to you, because if you're making an investment, like all tax saving investment, which are which have got lock-in and they're supposed to be long-term, you should not be looking at touching that money at all, right? So you should be looking at, staying invested in equity. So there are two ways by which you can do it. A, you can check out how your ALSS is performing. You would have seen, you would get to know by the time it matures. The lock-in period gets over for either the installment or the whole amount or whatever. You would have already got to know, have the data or information about 1 year performance, 2 years, 3 years. You can check it how it is faring with along with other ELSS. You can also compare it with the benchmarks. That's the correct way of comparing ELSS or any fund performance, right? So if things are going fine, forget about touching the money, taking it, doing something. A lot of people take it out, spend it, take it to make a fixed deposit. Don't do that. That's a bad idea, right? So you stay invested there. If you think that it's been consistently underperforming, so it's not like a bad year has come and things are not doing well and you decide to scoot. No, if it's been doing bad over 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, then you need to take it somewhere. Where will you take it? To a well performing, consistently well performing diversified equity fund. So basically no theme, no special investment themes, no particular sector. It has to be diversified across sectors, capitalization, and that kind of a fund you're looking at. Put in that money there, forget about it, deal with your life. Don't get hassled about it. Make sure that you stay invested. Remember, over your long-term returns are determined a lot. 90% of it get determined by the asset class in which you invest. So if you invest in equities and equities are giving you 10%, 11%, 14% over a period of time, say 10 years, then studies are actually saying 90% of that, okay, which is 10% plus, right, is being, in this case, the example that we are giving, is being determined purely by the fact that you are invested in equity. So this is something which people completely miss out. And what you can do is make sure that ELSS is part of your overall portfolio. So it should become part of your equity investments. It should be part of your overall investment. It can form part of your retirement portfolio, your children's higher education. Depending on how you have invested, you can do that. They're all separate discussions FundaMoney has done over the period of time. Links are given in the description section. So we hope you found this useful. If you have liked this, hit the like button, share it with others, and subscribe to our channel, and wait for us and wait for our next presentation. Till the next time, take very good care of yourself, and goodbye.